Track how G go too fast. I don't need one no seatbelt. Bad little got no upgrade. Now she got. How about the range on? Who is the baby? He going in. Man, these old rappers getting boring. They be taking shots, I ignore them. Send them to the hood while I'm touring. Making plays out of town like I'm Jordan. Need to go get your. Walk on my way, I'ma score it. Lamborghini, I don't want no Porsche.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A huge play there right off the bat. 43 yards.
Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll look to throw now on first down. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. To throw here. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got it first and goal at the 6.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Conley, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On second down, it's Jones. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Mahomes now on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now Matt Prater for the point after. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. They'll look to throw here on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a second down. He'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And a loose football. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
All right, here we go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Steps away to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Reggie Ragland in to drop him behind the line, and that's a loss of a yard. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
On play action, they'll throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Set! Blue landed!
He'll look to throw. He's going to go deep for Conley. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in his first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage and make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Ace! Ace! Slow! Z! Left! Ace! Black 58 rail!
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, Mahomes. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Left, 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 left.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. He's already topped his receiving output from a week ago, and we're just in the first quarter as that's a 1st down. Taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Green 90. Green 90.
Now this time Mahomes will throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
They'll set up a throw. Unable to find Conley. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking long for Westbrook. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. He's still barreling through. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side complete. It's Lee.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Flushed out right. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll look to throw here. And, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. To throw on 3rd and goal. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Watch him now, Barney. Hot! Gone!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Chris Jones able to drop him for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Conley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Working from the gun. Mahomes over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And he gets it down to the 48. Enough for the first. 7 yards on the quick slant and a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
there will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
It'll be a pickup of just 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now we give to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Leopard! Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! Pass!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Detroit! Detroit!
They run with Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now this time he'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Marcel Darius getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Blue 45! Blue 45! Ace! Ace! Slow!
Mahomes now to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at the 20. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Mahomes now on first down. Finding some room at midfield. Going right side here, and that's complete. And finally brought down at the 43. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big play.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now here's Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's caught at the 25. A big play there for KC. 56 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Left, 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 left! Left, 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 left!
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal, eluding the pressure right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And Conley's got it over the middle. 23 yards on the play. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. 23 yards on the play. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lee. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He may try and run for this. And he slides to avoid the hit. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end, and it's 3rd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field. And they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a first down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 15. And now running right through it. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up here on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Buying time to his left. And a nice spin into some open field. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Over.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And now here comes Kansas City. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Mahomes now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Left, 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 left! So!
On first down, Mahomes. Staying up, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Calais Campbell in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Left, 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 left! Left, 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 left! So!
Mahomes to throw on second down. And Hill with it over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Telvin Smith in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know, you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He dumps it underneath for Taylor. Space to maneuver at the 40. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Over! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Taylor. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They come out here in the eye. They get it to him running left. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Green 39. Green 39. Ace.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. He got 29 yards that time. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Blue 45. Left.
They'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Left, 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 left.
Back to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. 6 seconds now, 5 seconds.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush.